रहा है उसको हम रिप्ले कर सकते हैं।
अच्छा, I think I have forgotten to record it. Now only I'm recording. So एक्सपोर्ट करने से क्या होता है?
एक्सपोर्ट करने से सर फॉरेक्स रिजर्व आता है इंडिया कंट्री के
हम्म
पास। इंडिया
हम्म
जैसे कि इंडिया एक्सपोर्ट कर रही थी, इंडिया के पास फॉरेक्स रिजर्व आएगा और
हम्म
उससे वो जो भी मतलब लोन्स वगैरह हैं फॉरेन के उसको रीपे
हम्म
कर सकती है। और बाकी
हम्म
जो इम्पोर्ट करना है, जो गुड्स मतलब कंट्री को रिक्वायर्ड गुड्स है
हम्म
उसको इम्पोर्ट कर सकती है।
हम्म
बाकी
Correct.
यही सर है।
That is the
यस
answer. That is the answer. Nothing else. Good. Can you tell
सर।
me um, what is the fiscal deficit? हेलो सत्येंद्र यादव,
यस सर।
फिस्कल
यस
डेफिसिट,
सर। यस
फिस्कल
सर।
डेफिसिट का आंसर क्या है?
फिजिकल डिफिसिट सर
हम्म
एक्सपेंडिचर जो होता है सर, जिसमें जो
हम्म
हमारा इनकम है उससे अधिक होता है तो उसे ही बोला जाता
इज इट फॉर इंडिविजुअल और फॉर व्हाट? आपने क्लियरली बताना है
है।
फिस्कल डेफिसिट कहाँ आता है? when जब द गवर्नमेंट इज प्रिपेयरिंग बजट, इट विल बी प्रेजेंटेड ऑन फर्स्ट
यस।
फरवरी जब वो लोग
यस
बजट
सर।
में प्रोजेक्शन करेगा, हमारा रेवेन्यू इतना आएगा, हमारा एक्सपेंडिचर
जी
इतना
जी।
होगा, इसका वजह से फिस्कल डेफिसिट होगा. ओके, like that
ओके
you
सर।
must like that you must be able to tell fiscal deficit in India. I'm just putting it. Are you seeing on the screen now?
सर
In
स्क्रीन चल नहीं
screen
रही,
पर,
स्टेबल है सर।
screen पर नहीं है? अच्छा. India's fiscal deficit opens a new
यस सर।
tab in April to November with 8.47 trillion rupees, or $100 billion roughly, or 52.5% of the estimate of the financial year. So India's, yeah, like this. Here questions aega like this. What is the fiscal deficit amount in India? That is the point we have already seen. Then what is fiscal deficit of India versus China? The trade deficit in 2023 came to US dollar this much for India's imports from China, decreased by 2.96%. Actually, what is happening is we are importing more than what we are exporting. That results in trade deficit. But revenue deficit means what is the what is the revenue government will get towards taxes and other charges, and then what is the expenditure it has to do. Difference will be a revenue deficit. Okay, so sometimes they will ask
ओके
you
सर।
these questions which are not very easy. Then mm, yeah, can other people, Adira, can you tell me what is repo rate and how it is used by RBI for controlling inflation? Adira?
Sir, it's 6.5% sir.
Mm,
The per-
mm. How it is used for
uh,
controlling inflation?
uh,
Yes, please. Tell me. Satyendra, can you tell me how RBI is monitoring inflation using repo rate?
यस सर, एक्चुअली रेपो रेट जो होता है सर उस पे जो है बैंक जो है पब्लिक को ऋण देती है।
Mm, mm.
बैंक एक्चुअली
Sorry,
आरबीआई।
sorry, you're not able to come out. Let me tell you.
May I,
Repo
sir?
rate, please tell Lakshman.
So,
Lakshman, tell.
repo rate is a RBI lending loan to the commercial bank.
Mm. Okay, how it
On
is used? Mm.
It's all about the inflation, sir. If market inflow, money inflow is increasing, then RBI will repo rate is also increasing.
ऐसा करने से क्या होगा? Hello.
What, sir?
When the repo rate
It
is
is
increased,
controlling the money flow in the market, sir.
how? How?
How?
See, actually, I'm sorry, you may not be
Actually,
able to
sir,
tell. Let me explain
sir,
once, thereafter you tell it. See, repo rate is the rate at which Reserve Bank of India lends money to commercial banks for short term, normally 14 days to 90 days. And the Reserve Bank of India has got a um, um, has got under its monetary policy, the inflation rate should be 4% plus or minus 2. That is 2% to 6%. When the inflation goes above 6%, the RBI will be increasing the repo rate. When the repo rate is increased, the lending rate of commercial banks will increase. So commercial banks will borrow less. When commercial banks borrow less, and also they will increase their lending rates to customers. When the lending rates are increased to customers, the customer borrowing also will come down, and that will result in money in circulation coming down, and it will help in reduction of the inflation. Could you follow this now, Satyendra, Lakshman,
yes,
Adira?
sir, yes,
This is the
yes,
thing.
sir.
This you can tell in your own
Yes, sir.
words. Yeah. And there will be questions on the recent monetary policy. For example, recent monetary policy committee meeting. Recently, it was held in December first week. उसका बारे में आप लोग पढ़ लीजिए, स्पेशली एग्जिम बैंक पीपल. उसका बारे में गूगल में सर्च करके आपको आंसर प्रिपेयर कर दो. कुछ चेंजेस हुआ है इस मीटिंग पर. आपने दैट सीआरआर को रिवाइज कर दिया, कम कर दिया.
Yes,
ये
sir.
क्यों कम किया?
Yes,
Because they wanted banks to have more money so that they will lend more money to borrowers, and money,
Bro.
the people will start using money for purchase of goods and services. Abhi, right now the economy is going through a phase. They are telling that people are not spending money to an extent that is needed. So towards that idea only, there are news reports stating government is considering reducing the income tax rate up to 15 lakhs rupees income also. You must have seen lot of YouTube videos and newspaper reports. So that is the idea. That is, they want people to have more money so that they will spend more money, and it will improve the economy of the country.
And
So this is a broad idea. Now let me come down to basic questions at the level of banking. For example, say, what is mortgage? Mortgage is the when a bank gives loan, say like housing loan, they take the house property purchased as security, and it is offered as mortgage. And the bank will have a right to take possession of the property and bring it for sale in case the money is not paid. That power is given nowadays under the SARFACI Act 2002. Prior to 2002, banks were forced to go through regular court procedures like filing a suit, getting a decree, then getting it executed by putting the decree into the court. But now, in order to speed up the process, SARFACI Act has come. All of you must be able to tell few points about the advantages of SARFACI Act. Please go to Google or ChatGPT, search and make your own answer. What I am telling you is broad ideas. So, the under SARFACI Act, the bank has got a right to take possession of the property and bring the property for sale directly without going to court. This is expected to speed up the process. This is theoretical, practically not that much possible because the borrowers who are very rich borrowers, they are politically influenced and they will put pressure on the bank for delaying and all that you need not tell. Next point is in order to speed up the recovery, one more process has been introduced. Can you tell me, Satyendra Yadav, what is that
Yes, sir.
process called when banks have to recover huge amounts from borrowers? What is that process called? We were discussing about surfacing. There is one more process, recovery process. Adira, you know that?
Yes,
Have
sir.
you read some material on starting with the letter I? It is IBC, insolvency and bankruptcy.
Yes, sir. Code
इंसॉल्वेंसी बैंक्रप्सी
2000.
को उसका बारे में आप बोल सकते हैं थोड़ा बहुत बोल सकते हैं आप बाद में पढ़
Sir,
लीजिए
yes,
बाद
sir.
में पढ़ लीजिए लेट मी टेल यू व्हाट इट इज फ्रॉम माय बेसिस एक्सपीरियंस insolvency bankruptcy code has been brought according to which the creditors can file an insolvency petition for recovery of the money and this procedure is said to be resulting in good recovery because the companies will not allow for insolvency. In the earlier proceedings, it used to take a lot of time. Whereas now, because of this insolvency bankruptcy code, banks, which are creditors, can bring the company to insolvency. And that in turn will enable the bank to take possession of the properties and bring them for sale. So that these are the measures which are used for recovery of NPA. What is NPA? See, in the case of banks lending loans to borrowers, where a borrower is not repaying the installment due or the interest due for 90 days and above, it is termed as NPA. First stage is known as substandard for 3 to 12 months. After that, it is considered as doubtful assets. Then, after 3 years, it is considered, or when there is no security, it is considered as loss assets.
Okay.
If a loan account installments are paid properly and interest is paid correctly, installments are paid correctly, such accounts are called as standard accounts. And right now, in order to have a close scrutiny, they have brought one more provision known as special mention accounts, SMA accounts. SMA 0 refers to a loan account where installment or interest due has not been paid for 1 to 30 days. 1 to 30 days. Then it will be called as SMA 1 when the due is 31 to 60 days. It will be called as SMA 2 when it is due for 61 to 90 days. So why these steps are taken? These are all done by computer automatically. An account which is due will come on the screen. So it is the duty of the bank officer to follow that account for recovery. And SMA 0, 1, 2. After that 90 days, it becomes substandard, that is NPA. Now, from the stage of NPA, that is substandard, banks are expected to provide. For example, if 100 rupees loan account has become substandard, this quarter or half year, then the bank has to provide 15 rupees if it is a secured account. Bank has to provide 25 rupees if it is an unsecured account. What is meant by provision? This much amount, 15 rupees, will be debited to our expenditure this year, this quarter. See, what is happening is when a bank lends money, bank gets interest, it is credited to income account. But where an account becomes NPA, bank cannot take the income to its take the interest to its income account. It will be kept in a suspense account to be accounted for later on. So, or not only that, you are not only getting the interest, now you have to provide. That means you have to debit your expenditure. That means your losses will increase. So, Exim Bank people, please go through the provisions of providing NPA and all. Do you know what is NPA of our Exim Bank? By going
No.
through that balance sheet only, you can know. Has anyone studied that? Please study that. And in the case of
Okay.
Adira, please get to know what is the GNPA, NNPA percentage of our IDBI. They would have given it in their press release itself or investors presentation. Okay, please prepare that.
Okay.
Okay. So this much you have to know about NPA, then provision and all that. However, in the case of Exim Bank, the expectation of the board from you will be very high. They will ask much more in detail about all the uh, aspects of provision, this, that, and all. And of course, for chartered accountants and others, they will ask you, what is your specialization? And normally, some chartered accountants used to say they are more studied more about taxation and all that. But in your
Yes.
case, what you are going to tell, I don't know, because you have been working as an employee of another company, correct? But
Yes.
for
Yes.
you, there will be a lot of questions about your present company, present employer,
Okay. Sir.
about
Okay, sir.
the name of the company, the directors of the company, when was it started, and what is the total turnover, what is the profit earned, something like that. That the questions will go on. But I think yours is a
Okay.
public sector, na?
Yes, sir. Public
Oh, is it running in profit or loss?
loss, sir.
Oh, oh, I know, because government cannot increase the electricity charges rates. If
Yes,
they
sir. Yes,
increase,
sir.
they will become unpopular. So government, in order to please the public, they will not increase. That's the problem. Then for you,
Yes, sir.
lot of questions will come about the some TNG, some power generation. There is one corporation for that power generation. What are the directives they give for the companies? What is the present restriction? Like that, so many questions will come for you. You have to prepare
Okay,
on
sir.
that. Power generation corporation. There is some organization in Delhi, and who is the
Yes,
in
sir.
charge of that, and what are the directives they gave to the individual states, and why states are forced to increase the charges, like that. Some interesting questions on that will come for you. Please prepare on that for you separate.
Okay, sir.
Lakshman,
Okay,
what
sir.
is your qualification? Lakshman, what is your qualification? I think he is not able to hear.
Yes, sir.
Is it-
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
What is your qualification?
Yes, sir. I'm recently completed my MBA Finance in 2004, 24, sir.
Mhm. Okay. MBA finance means for you lot of questions about the balance sheet of our Exim Bank. And
Yes, sir. I will preparing for ratio analysis and related to the balance sheets.
yeah, very good. You have to prepare on that. Then for you people, only the famous question will be, आप लोग क्यों सोचते हैं you are more suitable for the position? Please prepare your separate answer for that. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And I think, have I given some questions? Exim Bank questions. 1 minute. Exim. Yeah. Exim Bank. Yeah. Exim Bank interview questions. I think I have shared it with you. Uh, yeah. 1 minute. These are all routine questions. This is HR questions. You can go through them. This is not tough. Then, who is your role model? Like that. These are all not so tough questions, but फिर भी, you please go through these questions and try to prepare your answers for them, because you should not be taken by surprise once you go there. Understand? Please go through these questions also. That will be helpful for you. And I would have asked in, yeah. So, what are the financial statements of Export Import Bank of India? Like this is what they are giving. I could not follow this because most of it is very very big figures. I cannot find out how many rupees and all. Bob, Bob. Satyendra Yadav, do you know it
ये
is how many crores and all that? कुछ जानते हैं? What is the capital of Exim Bank?
सर अभी गो थ्रू नहीं किया सर।
अच्छा, ये सब। अरे देखिए ना, ये नंबर को कैसे हम काउंट करेगा? हम लोग तो तमिल में
सर
काउंट
स्क्रीन नहीं
करते।
चल रही आपकी।
अच्छा अच्छा, स्क्रीन नहीं चल रहे हैं। 1 मिनट। ये वाला है। So Adira, what you should do regarding IDBI, you must know what is their capital and what is their profit earned and what is their share price, etc. That is what you should do. And here that we can easily find. It's not tough. But here, this runs in crores and crores. I don't know what it is. ஒன்று பத்து நூறு ஆயிரம் பத்தாயிரம் லட்சம் பத்து லட்சம் கோடி பத்து கோடி நூறு கோடி பத்தாயிரம் கோடி बाबरे बाप lakh इतना करोड़ों करोड़. I just cannot follow. These fellows must have given it in crores, but they are giving it in rupees. हमको उसको calculate करना भी मुश्किल होता है. So
यस सर।
please find out that. That will be helpful for you. Good. Now, any questions you would like to ask? Lakshman, you have come only. Satyendra, you have joined recently. Any questions you have in your mind?
Yes, sir. I have questions.
Mm.
Because I am firstly want to prepare for the Exim Bank interview. Never I am going for interview before,
Mhm. Mhm.
so I feel nervous sometimes. That's
No,
why
no.
I'm called you for
नर्वसनेस
preparing.
नहीं होना. नर्वसनेस नहीं होना
Okay,
चाहिए.
okay,
इसलिए आप
okay,
लोग
sir.
तो
Okay,
प्रैक्टिस.
okay, sir.
अरे
Definitely.
हमारा नो नो हमारा ग्रुप में कम से कम 12 to 13 people are there. I will
Okay,
be putting you into a separate group known as Exim Bank Group. And if I am not
okay,
wrong,
sir.
how many are there? 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come say come 10 people will be there. So please discuss with
Okay,
them. Talk. Basic problem is many of us do not have the ability to talk briefly and to the point. So usko practice karwa
Okay.
dijiye so that you will be able to do well. But of course, you will be getting basic
Okay, sir.
questions like tell us about yourself, tell us about your family, tell us about your native place, tell us about your MBA degree. But one problem with MBAs is that you're all not good in finance aspect. I don't think I am telling about you. Majority of MBAs, they just manage to clear the exam by mugging up whatever they are giving. So you cannot answer to an extent our chartered accountants can answer. Do you follow what I say, Lakshman?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
That is a point. So इसके लिए आप लोग रेशियो एनालिसिस वगैरह पूरा पढ़ना है and you must know about Company Act also. कंपनीज एक्ट का बारे में क्या बोलता है ये सब प्रिपेयर कर दीजिए दैट विल बी गुड फॉर यू ओके सर या सत्येंद्र यादव डू यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस
सर एक्चुअली ये क्वेश्चन आते हैं सर, लेकिन जब क्वेश्चन पुट अप हो जाते हैं तो आंसर कैसे करें ये समझ में नहीं आता, भूल जाते हैं एक्चुअली, बताना कैसे है।
ये तो प्रैक्टिस करना है जी you put question to Lakshman,
जी
let Lakshman put question to Satyendra and practice talking at least for half an hour per day. So that may help your improving your knowledge. And plus, another important thing in which most of the candidates fail is about current affairs. And not only Exim Bank, even in IDBI Bank, they ask question about Russia-Ukraine war, then Israel war, something then about Donald Trump becoming president. Some such silly questions they will be asking. So please search in Google for them and make a short answer for each and every international situations. Okay. And more
ओके।
especially this question like about Manmohan Singh, Dr. Manmohan Singh and his contribution to economy, his different roles he has played. इसका बारे में prepare कर दीजिए because certainly there may be a question on this aspect.
ओके।
Yeah, so
ओके सर।
please prepare on that. Yeah, now Adira, do you get some doubts or questions in your mind?
No, sir. No,
Now,
not sir.
apart from this, there can be a question like what is the recent news you have heard about IDBI Bank? What is the recent news you have heard about Exim Bank? Like that. So please prepare by going through a search and make your own answer. I'm sorry, I'm not able to give because I am doing for so many banks. I can't prepare for anything correctly. So that is the problem. Then remember, the questions will follow based on the answer you are giving for any question. So please be careful. Don't end the answer with a topic with which you are not familiar. I hope you get the point. And in the case of
यस।
IDBI Bank, quarter two results you should go through. Then about your hobbies. What are your hobbies, Lakshman?
My hobbies are making drawings and playing crickets. These are my
Okay,
hobbies.
good, good. Drawings means, guys, which
Uh,
type of drawing?
sketches.
Mhm. You do it for just for fun or do you sell it to others?
Just for fun, sir. Just not. I'm not perfectionist, but just for fun.
Then if you tell about cricket, there will be some questions like recent matches that India is playing and about IPL and like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Who are the owners of
Yes.
IPL Lucknow?
Sanjay something. Sanjay Mishra, I think.
Mhm. I don't
Sanjay.
know, but be prepared for such questions.
Sanjay.
ये
I
वही
think
का
sir.
सर।
उनका first name is Sanjay, I last name I didn't remember.
There can be questions on the. I think this is a recent team now. Lucknow team was started a few years back, 2 or 3 years. I don't know. It is not like Chennai, which has been
2022,
there.
sir. Yes.
Acha, only there. It has not been like Chennai, which has been there for quite some time. Good.
Yeah.
Now there can be some basic questions like, say, IPL matches. Are they helping crickets, or are they spoiling the sport of cricket sport? For example, once it used to be 5 days cricket. From that, it came down to 1 day cricket, 50 overs. From there, it has come to 20 overs. Soon, I think they will be having
Yeah.
matches for 5 overs match. Like that,
Yeah.
it goes. Because
Yes.
invariably, even though it is 20 overs, it is all decided in the last 5 overs. That's
Yes.
what is happening. Anyhow, some interesting discussions on this. Then, depending on the answer you are giving, if you tell about chess, they will ask about chess champion Gukesh and all that.
Yeah.
Again, and before going for the interview, you should go through last at least 2 3 days newspaper and go with confidence. Okay,
Okay, sir.
good. Anything else you would like to say, Adira?
No, sir.
Adira, Adira. Now, no questions. Now, like Kerala current affairs, you please prepare by going through Google and be ready. And
Okay.
also, depending on your daddy's, or what is your daddy, you said?
Uh, Grocery, he's running a grocery shop, sir.
Grocery shop. Acha, acha, theek hai. Then they will ask you some silly questions. What is the sales he's having per day or per month? Something like that. You have some figures for them also. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Best wishes. Thank you. I'll
Okay.
stop with this. And I think for somebody I have not sent the materials. For whom I have not sent materials? Lakshman or Satyendra?
Yes, sir. I am, sir. I am
Oh,
Lakshman.
ठीक है अभी भेज देगा after this
Okay.
interview.
Okay, sir.
Best wishes. Thank you. Bye. We will meet
Thank you,
again
sir.
at
Thank you, sir.
9:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And before that, you can see me in Zoom asking questions to others. Nowadays, it is mostly IDBI Bank only because they are going to have interviews on 4th or 5th like that. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.